Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Steven, aka Storm, and we are back for some more of Reewish the Mighty Battle Lizard in Overtime Part 2. And I'm taking a quick break from Fallout 4 to try to get through this Murkmire DLC since they finally fixed the bug that was blocking us from finishing. So now that I've confirmed that the bug is fixed, we're going to go ahead and finish up this DLC, get it out of the way and done with, so that way we don't have to come back to it later. And we're still going to have our usual Sunday stream. Well, the global reveal event for the new chapter of ESO happened on Tuesday, so we got quite a bit to unpack on that. So while we're doing this, I'll of course go ahead and go through that. We've already done all the dialogue and stuff in this. The Dreaming Nest. No one who is called there ever speaks of it later. That's ominous.
The air's a bit thick, isn't it? Come, no more delays.
Hell if I didn't run into a wall.
This is the Dreaming Nest. Yet another dead end.
There is more here than you think, Cassandra. The Dreamwallow will clear the waters. You will see.
Breathe deep, Ojel. We will watch over you, but you walk the path alone.
The mural, it bears the image of a hunting party. What does it say to you?
Oh no, we're going inside the wall.
Stop dragging your tail, Mateen. The hunting party waits for you at the bone camp. We have a surprise for you.
Okay, that's interesting to learn.
What is happening to them, Famia?
I heard a name, Mateen. I think our friend is reliving an ancient Argonian's memories.
Finally arrived. We grow old with waiting.
To hunt is to know patience, Root Brother. But where is Uraz?
Uraz is not with you. He did not come with us.
No matter. We flushed that Gixie as you asked, Flosu.
Chaos! I nearly forgot. It is time for your chuck to say, Mateen. Pierce the heart of Fat Gixie, and the tribe will see you are full grown at last.
Very well.
I see nothing, Famia. Is it a hallucination or an actual vision of the past?
Both, perhaps? I can only see the edges. Smoke and whispers, but what our friend is experiencing, it's real enough.
Well fought, Mateen. But Uraz is still
We came here to find the remnant, Famia. Not to hear mumbling about some hatchling's name day.
I'm sorry, Cassandra. It's very hazy. There must be something here. Something we're meant to see.
Did you do this?
Ah, another soul for our harvest. Delightful.
Oh, well that's not good.
Soldiers, more of these lizards lurk in the swamp nearby, no doubt. Take them alive. After all, we'll need guides to their village.
What did you say? Something about the aliens?
I believe so. Yes, the ancient Farsabic alien elves. I had no idea they made it this far south. Then perhaps the remnant isn't Argonian at all. Perhaps it's an alien artifact. We must learn more.
Am I still Madim?
The village bleeds. We pushed the aliens back, but our warriors bear new scars. Our sap speaker calls for aid. Several members of her sacred clutch remain. Find them, Matim, and bring them here.
Yeah. I'm still Madim. I must have escaped the aliens somehow.
Is someone there? Please, Rootkin. I need help. The door is locked. The key, it should be in the speaker's lodge.
Where's the speaker's lodge? There it is.
Thank you, Matim. Gather your strength. We fight again soon.
Help! Anyone! Cannot breathe.
Matim, thank you. I must find the sap speaker in Raj Kaldrusif.
Three against one. Ominous greels. My thanks, Matim. Now.
Please, Honay, can you hear me?
Matim, I cannot find Honay anywhere. I shout my throat dry, but she does not come. I will go nowhere without my heart rose. I will only fight with Honay at my side. We were separated in the attack. I cut down 3 invaders, but lost Honay in the smoke. She is hiding somewhere, I think. Or injured. Please, Matim, help me look for her.
Well, that's not good news.
I am sorry.
Where is she? Where is Honay? She did not. Oh no. No. No, no. We were going to travel to visit Rootkin near Gideon. She cannot be dead. I do not believe you.
Found this charm on her body.
I made this for her. She would never let it fall from her wrist. She really is gone. Please, leave me. Help the others. I need to be alone.
I should seek out Raja Kal Durix.
These Argonians. They bested the aliens?
Yes. It was costly, though. Ugh. I smell smoke and taste blood in my mouth.
Perhaps the remnant helped them?
All you could find? It will have to do. The sap speaker calls for aid. The four of you must...
They are coming! They are coming! The elves! More come, Rashkal! Hundreds more!
How? We slaughtered them here like hogfish.
That was only the first wave.
Chaos. Fine. Fall back to the Hist. We fight and die in its shadow. Bare your fangs, Rootkin.
Yes, by all means, bare your fangs. I wouldn't want this to be too easy. Have you forgotten the laws of the hunt so soon? Prey is supposed to run.
Still nothing about the remnant? I am well acquainted with delays, but even my patience has limits.
There must be a connection.
Oh, there is.
Zukis and Jackson Orin. They are shaking. What is going on? Is it the remnant?
Yes. It's very close now. I can almost hear it.
Our time runs dry. The sap speaker calls for you, and you alone. Go!
And yes, the invisible barrier's gone.
The alien savages approach, but the Hist provides a seed of our tribe, a refuge for the souls of our people.
The souls of the village are entering the
This
remnant.
relic is our tribe's last hope. You must find the root's courage and keep the elves from interfering.
Let's do this.
Trust in the Hist. Here they come.
Protect the calls.
We must hold them off until the ritual is complete. Keep him away. The ritual is nearly complete. possible tide recedes, but it will crash again soon. Mateen who is not, at last. The sight of you warms my scales. I feared you would not come, but I was wrong to worry. The Hist, in its wisdom, always provides.
Mateen who is not. You can see who I really am.
In this place, even the keenest eyes see little but embers of the truth, Rootmender. Here, we see with our souls. But these are questions for a dozing time. This moment demands action. You seek the seed, correct?
Seek, you mean the remnant of Argon?
What you call it matters little. The seed, this remnant, waits in a dark and quiet place, and our souls hide within it. It calls for a protector, a guide, and a mender that might lift it high and release its spirits in the bright yellow sun.
How can I find the remnant?
I offer you my staff, a branch of great power. It will guide you to us. Many brambles and snares remain, Rootmender. Betrayal, battle, and sacrifice. But the Hist knows your heart and your strength. In time, you shall find what you seek.
Thank you. It will help. If it will help guide me to the remnant, I'll take your staff.
The shell of the dream grows thin, Rootmender. Soon it will crack. If you have questions, ask them now.
Is this just a vision, or is this really happening?
Both. And neither.
How can it be both and neither?
Tell me, Rootmender, which do you believe is true? Is this a dream wallow vision? Is it real?
It must be real.
Very well. It is real. Does this quench the thirst in your mind?
I don't know.
The narrow reed you call real cannot hold the Hist's truth, Rootmender. Real, illusion, dream, waking. These are the words that keep our bellies to the mud. We are safe there, yes, but we cannot see very far. Today, you see very far indeed.
I'm not sure I understand, but thank you for the explanation.
You are welcome. Do not be discouraged. Uncertainty is no bad thing.
What did I just witness?
The death of our tribe, and the creation of the remnant of Argon. The Ayleid elves, with their whitestone hearts, brought steel and nightmare magics to Murkmire. Their leader coveted our souls and their secrets. So with his staff, he claimed them.
But I just killed him, right?
No. He will survive, and his reign here will bring a rainstorm of sorrows. But all is as it must be. The strongest crops grow from fire-lit soil. So it is with the seed, your remnant. For a miracle to occur, there must first be sorrow.
What is this miracle? What does the remnant do?
It provides a refuge for the souls of our tribe.
Hello, welcome to the
a
stream.
safe place to weather the storm. But it has slept too long, and the Hist that cares for it withers away. You must find the remnant. Find us. With your aid, both Hist and remnant will wake and thrive.
What's so important about your staff?
The seed sleeps in a forgotten place, hidden from sun and storm and time itself. In all the world, only this staff remembers its whereabouts. It will guide you, just as the stars guide a sailor. Know this, though. You will not hold it for long.
What do you mean?
Another will claim it. But do not worry, Rootmender. It will lead you all the same. Just as a swamp fox leads the cunning hunter to its den.
You keep calling me Rootmender. What does that mean?
It is your role. Just as I speak the Hist's will, you will mend its wounds. All of us, even our enemies have a part to play in this tale. The Aliens beat the drums of war. Your friends bow the strings of sacrifice. And you sing the hero's song.
Hey, welcome to the stream. Just creeping today. I have dinner going. Nice. I'm thinking about getting Subway for dinner tonight. I'm kind of craving chicken teriyaki with bacon. Ooh, that sounds good.
This staff. It is the key to the remnant of Argon, isn't it? Then it seems our time together has come to an end.
Damn it, Cassandra.
This paralytic should keep you here for a time. Please know I hold you in the highest respect. Farewell.
Move it, Fabia.
You're gonna pay for this, Cassandra. Your betrayal's not gonna get. You're not gonna get off lightly with that. With this betrayal. Ugh. It's taco night. I'm making nice taco bake. So you're gonna have beef and lettuce and tomatoes and cheese and I don't know what else you put in your tacos.
This way.
It's a good thing I'm a lizard. Zirkius.
Biko, I am sorry to have left you, but I had to give chase. Cassandra took the staff, a gift of the Dream Wallow, and the key to the remnant of Argon, yes? I grew too weary, but Jaxic still chases them like a stiff wind, I think.
Cassandra betrayed us.
She did. Cassandra seeks to claim the remnant for herself. I extend the quill in deep surprise. That is a joke. You saw the remnant's history. A seed born in blood and sorrow. It cannot belong to Cassandra. We must stop her before it is too late. Cassandra moves quickly for a Lukiel of her age. She has more sap in her than I expected. Friend Jaxic will fight Cassandra and Whiptail alone if she catches them. On any other day, I think she would win. But with this staff, what should we do?
Right, I forgot you were off beef now, so. With ground turkey, homemade seasoning, queso, and tortillas. Tacos with a fake meat. Okay, yeah, because I forgot you went vegetarian, yeah.
Very well, but someone needs to send word of Cassandra's treachery back to Lilmuth and the tribal villages. If she unleashes some ancient power, all should be prepared. I move swiftly in the rivers. I will find you again once I am finished.
I move just as fast as you do in rivers. Where can I pick up the trail?
Jaxic chases her prey into the deep mire, northeast of here. It is an old fear place, Biko. No Saxliel hunts there, not even the bravest Khals. This will not stop Jaxic. Naga fury makes her strong, but also reckless. She will need your help.
Don't worry, I'll catch up to Jaslik's Orn.
Be swift. Friend Jaxic would build a ladder to fight the sun if it crossed her. An endearing quality that will someday get her killed. Hopefully today is not the day.
Can we talk about what just happened?
Of course, though I am not sure if I can provide any insight. I saw only shadows and heard only whispers. There was a sap speaker there, yes. A Saxleal blessed by the Hist with second eyes and second ears. And she gave you her staff, right?
Right, and she said it would guide me to the seed, the remnant, but we lost it to Cassandra.
It may still guide us there, Biko, if we are lucky. We pursue Cassandra, and Cassandra holds the staff. Whether we possess the staff or not, we still find the remnant. Trust in the sap speaker. Trust in the Hist.
So the Hist is guiding me too?
Of course. You are Saxleal. You can hear the will of the Hist just as I can. In the sigh of the branches, and the lapping of the water. Sap and smoke, and grave stakes, and chimes may help. But in the end, a willing soul is all you need.
Where's Famia? Did she leave with Cassandra?
A very good question.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I cannot believe that friend Famia would betray us too. Maybe she tries to change Cassandra's mind. I can tell you, Biko, I caught a glimpse of Cassandra's eyes before I succumbed to the gas. She will not change her mind.
What about Whiptail?
Gone as well. His soul is shriveled and twisted like a tangle of dry thorns. He plays at being a Naga, but in his heart, he is a monster. Cassandra has nothing to fear from him, but friend Famia, my throat grows dry with worry.
What will happen if Cassandra gets the remnant first?
The sap speaker said that the souls of her tribe nest inside the remnant, right? If Cassandra could claim the souls of an entire tribe, she might find some way to rule them, to twist them to serve some dark purpose. We cannot let that happen.
You don't think the souls would fight back?
Perhaps, but the result of a fight like that might lead to even more horrors. A tribe of angry souls set loose upon a cruel manipulator. Might they take on an aspect of her cruelty? Or return to the Hist, resentful and suspicious? Who can say?
Yeah, that's not a desirable outcome either. Alright, let's go and save those souls. Oh, hey. That's interesting. I've never seen that before. It's something called Happy Plants, okay. Well, that was a strange splashing sound. Hello, blackguards. Did anyone ever not teach you not to stand and fire? I went the wrong way. Hold on, we're gonna need to fast travel. We are going to need to fast travel. Yes, it's Friday. Joe just asked me if I was streaming. I'm like, yes, it's Friday, Joe. I've been streaming most Fridays for a while. I know I didn't stream the Friday before last, but I know I streamed last Friday, didn't I? I just didn't stream. I'm just not streaming the same game that I've been streaming on Fridays. Oh wait, I have a new mount to ride. Hold on. I got it for pre-ordering the new chapter coming out, which is Blackwood, which ends... Here we go. Look at this monstrosity. Look at it. Almost there.
You have to understand some of the imagery you presented.
My tail whips from side to side, and yet you wish to speak? Speak then.
Yeah, it really was adorable. I haven't played a game like that in a long time, so it was kind of interesting to see a game that was, you know, just kind of like puzzles and like little activities and stuff. It kind of reminded me of the old days when we used to play the Furby game on the computer. That was a lot of fun too. It kind of reminds me of that.
This bard asked to sing the tales of my people. Though my eyes narrowed, I allowed such a thing. But now she has changed the words. The words must be the steady beat of a hunting drum, not flowers to be enjoyed.
I kind of liked Furbies.
She says our tales are too plainly spoken, and so the bard turns blood to rubies. How can she speak my people's stories when her own tongue is coated in such honey? I will not let her twist our words to suit the palate of her own people.
You say she's not respecting your culture, but you're not respecting hers. You should compromise.
Very well. If she sings only for her people, I will allow the bard's flower words. Besides, if outsiders hear the tales as we speak them, their soft bellies will grow sick. Perhaps it is best that these songs be drenched in sweet waters.
That's probably a good idea.
My gratitude, O traveler. I thought he would never agree to my changes. Now I can present the story of Murkmire to my people in a way all will enjoy. And have no fear, I will always respect the heart of these stories.
Nice to hear that. I mean, the fact that they feed on your fingers was kind of creepy, I will admit. And the way they always smelled like they were about ready to catch on fire. 'Cause they always kind of had like a burning gear smell to them. Like you could tell they weren't made very well. I remember I was like, Mom, is this supposed to smell like this? And she's like, I don't think so. I mean, they never caught fire or anything, but they did stop working after about a couple of years, so. Hold on, one thing I need to check. Yep, I already finished that, so I don't have to worry about that. Yeah, I hated when they would start talking in the middle of the night. That was always annoying. Jerry with its creepy eyes. Now, I never really found their eyes creepy, to be honest. What color Furby did you have?
Zeus! How many of you must I kill?
A lot, apparently. Hello.
Ojel, I hiss fire. I nearly caught that Lupiel hag, Cassandra. But blackguards emerged from all sides. Sojay and I cannot kill these Krills fast enough. We will never catch up at this rate. Chaos.
Cassandra is working with the blackguards?
Yes. From the beginning. I will not say I told you so. You remember her limp-tailed toady Whiptail? He is one of them. Now he and his savages escort Cassandra and block our pursuit.
I'm here now. Between the two of us, we should be able to make it through.
You are right. But something. As soon as I arrived here in the Deep Mire, the Hiss started whispering to me, trying to dull my fury, urging patience and trust. I hate it. But my tongue wanders and the trail goes cold. We must resume the hunt.
What is Cassandra thinking?
I shake my head. You expect me to describe the withered heart of some scheming Lupiel? She is a savage, and the offspring of savages. I hear she complains that the Hiss does not speak to her. It does not speak because she is not worthy.
What do you think she'll do with the remnant?
I tighten my fist. In the beginning, she may have used it to force open the doors to the Hiss. To make the Hiss speak to her as it speaks to us. But now, I think she means to use its power to dominate us.
What can you tell me about the Deep Mire?
It is not like the swamplands you know. Old Sithis stalks here, and unhappy spirits watch your every move. A bad place. If you fall here, you fall to the void. So do not fall.
Yeah, I don't want to fall into the void. It looks familiar.
Claw for memories. Something you saw during the dream wallow, maybe. I recall little shadows and the taste of blood and smoke. Cling to whatever memories you can. It will serve you well, I think.
Have you seen Famia?
I shake my head. No. Only her tracks. I can tell you, she struggles to keep up and turns back often. Perhaps to see if we follow. She has the heart of a hatchling, not a betrayer. If Cassandra turns on her, she will not last long.
Then let's hurry. Oh, now I gotta talk to Zukas.
You look surprised. I told you I swim like a harpoon fish. Typically a nap follows, but that will have to wait. You found Jaxic. Good. All are warned of Cassandra's treachery. Many Saxley will come to aid us, but they will arrive too late, I think.
They'll need to be careful. Cassandra may have her own allies, the Blackguards.
So, she was in league with them the whole time? That dries my scales. In small numbers they pose little threat, but with a mind like Cassandra's and the remnant in hand, maybe Jaxic already killed them all and I worry without cause.
I'm afraid not. They're escorting Cassandra somewhere. Jessic Oren couldn't catch up.
The village they just showed you in the Dream Wallow, maybe? Old Shuvu told me of a village in the Deep Mire, but to reach it, we must traverse the Snake Means Death City, Zul'Thuzis. I wish it were not so, but we have little choice. Let us go.
Let us go into the Deep Mire.
Norgros. Warning stones. Our old kin built them to keep the Saxleel away. But we will use them to guide us instead. Fears for our enemies. And now, fall.
The Dream Wallow showed you this place, didn't it?
It did.
A place for proving strength. We will have many chances to show our own, I think.
The blackguards. that all?
Tells us the hole is huge.
The bones of a leviathan. Nil own to be to the void with you.
Got really good magic recovery on this character.
I made it myself.
Remember, every Argonian we kill here does not reach the hiss, so we need to be careful. Of course, there's no saying that these guys actually deserve to reach the hiss, but... Well, that was the easiest time I've ever had crossing the Deep Mire. I've gotten so horribly lost in that place so many times.
There is your gate, Sukas. To the snake means Death City, Zulus, and the temple beyond. We challenge the void here, Swordkin.
It is not so scary if you squint your eyes. Just really narrow your... No, it is still terrifying.
You cannot stop us, Greels.
What do you think of Neopets?
The Blackguard's nest in Zulthusis? Are they mad?
Apparently, yes.
Mad or not, Sojay and I will hack them dead.
Stay clear, folks. I hear the dead never lie still in that part of the family.
Let blood mingle with water. That room up ahead. It stinks of Cassandra's dry skin perfume.
This is crazy. It feels a little light.
Cassandra, you asked me and my boys to focus on an area named around the Deep Mire, and you'll be glad to hear your tip was correct. We found a sunken city in the swamp. I've never seen anything like it. It must have sunk slowly enough that much of it is still intact, riddled with traps and curses, of course, but intact. I'll get to the part you're interested in. The remnant of Argon, at least as you described it, isn't here as far as we can tell, but one of the Argonians that works for me was able to translate some of the markings in this place. It speaks of a balance that once existed between two tribes, one tribe dedicating themselves to shadow and the other to the light of the sun. The interplay between these two tribes was said to be the key to the power of old Argonia. The temple we uncovered belonged to the tribe that followed the shadow, though if you asked me, there's no evidence that they were anything but crazed lizards practicing ritual sacrifice. The Temple of the Sun is spoken of as it is nearby, but there are many doors and they remain closed to us here. Either way, if your treasure exists, we might be close to finding it here. I have a feeling that we're going to have to figure out how to feed this temple a proper sacrifice to go any further. Fine by me. I'm dying to see how this thing works. Whiptail. Oh dear goodness.
Quiet. I hear something.
Get your hands off me! Where is Cassandra?
Well, she left you in my capable hands, sweetheart. You made the mistake of not being useful anymore. But don't worry. I've got a use for you.
I'm not going anywhere with you.
Oh, it's a chase then. Good. No fun without a struggle. Get after her, boys. Take her to the sacrificial chamber.
Oh, we gotta move quick.
Cannot be far. She hopes to delay us by putting friend Famia in danger, I think. Sooth, come. Let's find another way into the deeper ruins.
Shadow take you.
The bones of the ancient dead rise in protest. Whiptail should pay for disturbing this sacred place.
Oh, definitely.
When will we face a real challenge?
Please be careful what you ask for. I'm the one who's gonna have to do all the fighting.
Cassandra!
You made it this far. Impressive. Alas, you have another engagement. Follow me and Famia dies.
I grind my fangs. The only death that is certain is yours.
Enough theatrics, Jackson. The Hist allowed me to acquire this staff. Surely you wouldn't fight the will of the roots.
Now you mock the Hist. I will cut that dry tongue out of your lying throat.
Wait! Jackson! Kaok, you go save friend Famia from that crazy Naga. I will try to keep Jackson alive.
Alright, I'm on it. You know, one of those moments when one of your parents tells you that they have a top secret job now and they can't tell you what it is, and you have a pretty good idea what it is, but you don't want to say it because you don't want to get them in trouble because they admitted to you what the job was. That's kind of the situation I'm in right now. Fairly certain I know what this top secret job that Mom is talking about. I'm coming. Bring it, Whiptail.
That madman deserved nothing less. Come on, there's an exit this way.
Can you not hear it? It rattles my fangs.
I do, Jaxic, but you must breathe. Ah, Miko. And friend Famia? Thank the Hist. You dealt with that snake Whiptail, yes? Good. My belly churned with worry for friend Famia, and for you. We have less good news. We used the waterways and nearly caught Cassandra, but she escaped.
What happened?
We nearly had her. Our claws reached for her throat, but suddenly Jaxic cried out and collapsed. I could not find the will to leave her behind. Like she always says, I have the underbelly of a soft-shell crab.
What's wrong with her? She seems distressed.
You would not know it in speaking with her, but Jaxic is not so cool as she seems. She feels things very deeply, deeper even than me. The air in this temple is thick with memories, and she hears them all.
Can she travel? We need to keep moving.
Yes, she mutters about the tree that guided us. She says it is very close. I do not wish for Cassandra to claim the remnant, but we must find this dreaming tree. Haste has profited us very little. We should slow down and listen to the Hist.
Can you tell me about this dreaming tree?
In the Dream Wallow, your other self dwelt in a village of stone, with a great Hist tree at the center. The Alien elves attacked the village, seeking Argonian souls at first, then the tree's secrets later. This is the Hist that guides us.
So we're trying to reach that village.
Yes, the remnant was born there, and it sleeps there still. I sense that the Aliens failed to claim it, but with the power of the Sap Speaker's staff, Cassandra may succeed.
All right. Find the dreaming tree.
It is this way.
And there she goes again.
Root Whisper Village. Some furnishings, like crafting stations and lights, provide special interactions when placed in your home.
Remarkable. This is the village you saw in your dream wallow, right?
Yep.
Yes. What is left of it, anyway?
Well, I'm no arborist, but there's definitely something wrong with that history. It can't be dead, can it?
No, but it struggles for wakefulness. It gives everything to the remnant.
Well, it really is something.
Yes, it is.
I flare my nostrils and fill my lungs. Do you smell it, Ojel? The dryness of the branches, the loosening of the soil. This Hist slumbers like the dead, but it is not dead yet. Its strength lies in the remnant, in the souls of its tribe.
Will claiming the remnant bring it back to life?
It will. The remnant is very, very close. Deep beneath our feet, cradled in vines and moss. You have seen its resting place before, in your dream wallow. A cavern of roots and stone. So Jay and I want to go with you. But we cannot.
Why not?
Zukas and I, we set our roots here. I cannot explain it in the dry tongue. It is like the sun rising or the rivers flowing downstream. It simply is. Zukas and I watch over the tree because we must. You find the remnant because you must.
And there's no way I can change your mind? I could use your help.
I know, but you will not need it. Take Famia with you to the Zanmir east of here. Keep her safe. She wears the skin of man, but the Hist knows her heart. The two of you will stop Cassandra. I believe this. So should you.
Alright, Fami and I will end this. First things first, let's get that way shrine, and then we'll talk to Famia. Oh, we couldn't have picked a better time to do this. It's really ominous out right now. Famia.
They're not coming with us, are they? Goodness. Just when you think you know everything there is to know about the Bright Throats and the Deadwater, they throw you for another loop. These Murkmire Argonians are remarkable people.
They said that the Hist wants you and me to finish this.
You and me? Goodness, what could I possibly do? You're the hero. I'm just the oft-imperiled bookworm. Even so, I would trust Zukas with my life. Jaxic Orn, too. If they say we go together, then we go together. If that's all right with you, I mean.
Alright, let's do this.
Stopping Cassandra won't be simple. With the Sap Speaker staff and such a long head start... No. Can't think like that. I'm here to supply valuable historical information and boundless optimism. So that's what I'll do.
Do you know anything about the Zanmir we're entering?
Well, I should tell you, we've officially left the realm of verified research and entered the world of legend and wild-eyed conjecture. If that last ruin was Zul Thusis, then this next Zanmir must be Vakabak, the Bowl of the Sun, I think.
Jessic Oren and Zukas seemed concerned that the remnant is here.
I think they're right. Aside from the word of the Hist, which I've learned is very persuasive, legends say that the Vakabak Zanmir holds a great treasure. It has to be the remnant. Now, we should get moving, right? We've got to stop Cassandra.
Alright, let's find the remnant and finish this.
I'm right behind you, friend. Let's just hope we can still catch up to Cassandra.
If Cassandra doesn't stop, we might have to fight her. Are you prepared for that?
I guess you're hoping I'll say yes, right? Honestly, I hope it doesn't come to that, but Cassandra was ready to let me die just to keep you off her trail. She's not the person I thought she was. You'll do what you have to. I'll stand by you.
What do you know about this Vakabak Zanmir?
Like I said, Vakabak means something like the Bowl of the Sun. I assume the ancient Argonians used it as a place to empower their Baka stones, including the Kajinjat crystal. Really, quite remarkable.
Is a temple of some kind?
A temple? No. A temple implies worship. Argonians worship the Hist and venerate Sithis. Beyond that, I've never found any substantial variety in their religious habits. This would be some kind of, I don't know, garden?
Garden?
Yes, a place for their Baka stones to soak up the sun's energy and grow in power. Of course, I could be completely wrong. We haven't been inside, after all. We should probably get to it, right?
Yep, we probably should. I will point out that I am an Argonian, and so... But you can't just run up the stairs like I did? And that's like nowhere near close to as many steps that we have to walk up at the throat of the world. We Argonians love warmth, but those who say we worship the sun are wrong. Trees, of course, also love sunlight. And it said that, of course, I get cut off when I finish reading. Lamia, let's go. Okay. Oh joy, it's the voroplasm. We haven't had enough of that stuff. Watch out, it's flubber. Evil flubber, but still flubber.
This sun feels different, doesn't it? Brighter. Aside from all the losers, of course.
Have you seen their eyes? They have no souls.
Oh dear. They roam around some of the older ruins. Protectors of some sort, I think. Be careful.
I would really rather... Oh, shoot.
See that breach in the wall? I smell a shortcut.
What breach in the wall? There we go, that's the shortcut. It's an Iliad portal.
An Iliad gate? How long did those invaders stay in Murkmire? Never mind. It must need a Welkin stone to function. Let's have a look around.
Okay, we got the Willikit Stone. Let's head back to the gate.
It worked. I guess we should see where it leads.
Let's go through a portal. Let's go through a portal.
Mara's mercy. The aliens that slaughtered the Dreaming Hists tribe built all this? Well, they must have been here for centuries. Wait, I hear something.
Darn it, Cassandra.
Cassandra! What did she do to the staff? Is that the Kajinja
No.
crystal?
No, 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 no.
And I would be lost without it. Farewell.
No!
Cassandra, wait! So, she found a use for the Kajinja crystal after all. Damn! Oh, goodness, language. Sorry, no, I didn't! Damn! Without an empowered vodka crystal
I'm
at
sorry,
scale,
language.
we're stuck here.
It's an alien gate like the one that we just passed, or couldn't we just find another Willikit Stone?
It won't work. Did you see how the gate glowed yellow as she walked through it? And how these stones lit up as she passed? Somehow, I think this gate only responds to Argonian Vaka stones. Stones like the Kajinja crystal.
We found the Kajin crystal before. We can find another Vaka Stone around here somewhere.
I thought I was supposed to supply the optimism. You're right, of course. I just need to find one that's been soaking up the sun's rays. Have a look around. I'll stay here and try to puzzle out another method, in case you come up empty-handed.
Yeah. Oh, ye of little faith. Welcome to a place I like to call the Stairways of Destiny. Look at all the beautiful colors. Oh, I love this. And all the gates, the aliens truly...
This is all we could manage. A lifeless vault of gateways availing us nothing.
My lord, we have carved a golden path to the very frontiers of magical praxis. The Nexus is austere, yes, but...
You mean to convince me to abandon my search, don't you? The power of the Hist, the power of the Remnant dwarves your golden path. I will claim the tree's power, no matter the cost.
Oh, it's aliens. Well, that's not something you expect to see. I'm guessing they must be undead, because there's no way those could be normal aliens. It's legitimately impossible. Yep, they're undead. At least I could tell if they didn't fall down on. Yep, look at them. Those are undead aliens.
Souls do not just vanish, Hotern. Find them, or I will find someone else who can.
My lord, the Hist's magics are unlike any we've encountered before. The souls are pulled to a focus of some kind without finding the source.
The Remnant. It always comes back to the Remnant. Continue your research. I have much to consider.
Somebody just had to get a pot shot off on me, didn't they? Forgot how many gates I had to go through. It's a lot, actually. Hey, welcome to the stream.
Wish to show me something?
Cast your eyes across this vast expanse. Tell me, what do you see?
Gates, my lord. A realm of doors and passages.
Yes, a sea of azure gates, none of which lead to the Hist. Perhaps we use the wrong kind of passage. Find one of these beasts' sun crystals. We have work to do.
Wow, it's like really cold here. Where are we exactly? The Frost Atronach. We must be in Skyrim. Or Rothgar.
If the cold doesn't do it, try something else. They're lizards. They can't possibly just adapt to everything.
That's the thing. I don't think they are just lizards. I don't know what they are. Their physiology is... I don't know how they're even alive.
Keep trying. There must be some way to break them. They'll tell me their secrets one way or another.
So we're not just lizards. Ha! To everyone out there that called us lizards. I'm more than a lizard.
We found a suitable stone, my lord. The arcane properties are unlike any I've seen before.
Yes, we should have been researching them from the beginning. The light of Magnus given form. Remarkable.
Integrating this new stone into our existing gates, the process will take time.
Time no longer matters to me, Hoten. I've made preparations. Even if it takes an eternity, I will discover the Remnant's secrets.
Oh dear, no! I got distracted.
Wish to show me something? Cast your eyes across.
Ah, that sucks.
Tell me, what do you see?
Gates, my lord. A realm of...
That sucks. How much of this am I gonna have to redo? Am I gonna have to fight that guy again? That really sucks. I should not have let myself get distracted and run right off the edge.
If the code doesn't do it, try something else. They're lizards. They can't possibly just adapt to everything.
That's the thing. I don't think they... We found a suitable stone, my lord. The arcane properties are unlike any I've seen before.
Please don't let him be back. I don't want to have to fight him again. No, he's still dead. Thank goodness. Alright, this time don't get distracted and run off the edge, Steven. Alright, it's been a long day and I'm tired, so this is why I only usually stream about an hour on Fridays, is because I'm tired after work, but I want to get this storyline finished up, and I think we can finish this today if I really push. This should have been done months ago, but we got denied. We've got the Vaka Stone. Take me where I need to go, portal. Another run up. Ding.
Perhaps
Ding.
rearranging the stones?
Oh. Wait. you did it! You found another vodka crystal! Let's go!
You through first. I guess you.
So it's come to this. I have to kill you myself. Fine.
Oh man, I let myself zone out again there for a second. I really need to stop doing that.
Are you so desperate to keep me from what I want? What I deserve? Damn you!
She can't have gotten far. Hurry! Cassandra, don't!
You're too late, Mama. I won't let you take this from me.
Wait! Don't touch it!
It's too late.
I think I know why I'm here. I'm supposed to bring the remnant back.
Careful, Famia.
Remnant of Argon. His wants me to take it. Let's go. We need to ask Zukas and Jaxik what to do next.
All right, let's let the root carry us up and out, shall we? Because that's not suspicious at all. Famia.
There you are. I'm sorry, it's very hard to concentrate. The remnant called out to me. It wanted me to take it, but only for a short time. We have to be quick.
Are you alright?
For now, I think. But I can't hold this for long. This belongs to someone else.
Alright.
The remnant. I see now. It contains all the souls. All the souls of the ancient tribe. Their name was the Root Whisper tribe. Yes. Yes, that's it. I know what we have to do.
How do you know?
Touching the remnant, I can hear their voices. Old, like stone and willow roots. The souls inside are confused. They escaped the Aliens, but then a life in amber. The Hist kept them safe inside, but it was never meant to last this long.
How can we set them free?
Go fetch. Yes. Go fetch Zukas and Jaxik Orn. I can only hold the remnant. The three of you have a larger role to play. I'll explain when you get back. Please, hurry. I can only bear the weight of it for a little while longer.
I will get Zukas and Jaxik's Orn.
Biko, you are back. As mud as my mother, it is good to see you. The lightness in my chest tells me the remnant is safe. But what of friend Famia? or the sick-minded Cassandra.
Famia's fine for now. We recovered the remnant, but I had to kill Cassandra to get it.
I am sorry to hear that. In the end, I think it was pain that fed her madness. Maybe her spirit will find its way back to the Hist. I hope she finds peace. But wait, you said friend Famia is fine for now? What does that mean?
Famia's holding the remnant, but it's taking a toll on her. She wants you to meet her at the tree.
Famia holds the remnant of Argon? She should not bear its weight for long. Even with the Hist's guidance and blessing, Trifolk are not suited for carrying things like that. I will go to meet her soon. You should seek out Jaxigorn.
I will.
I loosen my lungs. It is good to see you, Swordkin. Sojay screams the victory chant. You reclaimed the remnant, is it not so?
Yes, Famia told me to get you and Zukas. We have one last test to perform.
Yes. I still feel the sting of star blossom smoke in my nostrils. The Hist needs. Whatever the Hist needs, Sojay and I will deliver it. Where is Famia?
She's waiting for us beneath the tree.
I nod my head. A fitting place. Good. I will meet you at the tree.
Here. Good. The Hist, it's telling me what we need to do. But we have to be quick.
Breathe, friend Famia. Just tell us what we need to do.
She does not look well. Maybe we should...
No, I can do it. You have to touch the remnant together. All three of you. I promise, you won't be harmed.
All right, we're in the remnant of Argon. We are.
Yes. A dream, sealed in amber.
I did not think it would be so green, so peaceful.
The peace of the grave. This is a place out of season. Sunless, unchanging. A place for hiding, not for living.
Yeah,
we
I agree.
We cannot stay here.
Ha! Spoken like a true Deadwater call. Let us look around.
Look at all these souls. These poor Argonians cut off from their history.
Seems like I'm getting much done here.
It's the sap speaker. It's good to see you again. Waiting on the other to get here, I suppose.
Rootmender, after all this time, it warms my scales to see you again. I sensed a twisted soul trying to claim our power. Had she succeeded, many would have suffered. Thank you for stopping her. Now all that remains is to set us free.
Are you trapped here inside the remnant?
Trapped? No. Preserved. Kept safe. The aliens who attacked us, they wanted our secrets and our souls. We used both to thwart them. With the Hist's help, the souls of our tribe retreated into the remnant where no elf could follow.
If you're safe here, why do you need my help?
Safety is not an end in itself, only a means to ensure the seasons of tomorrow. Here, all is static. The trees do not grow. The tides do not rise or fall. Our souls grow complacent. Drift. We must return to the Hist. And for that, we need a guide.
A guide like Zukas or Jacek Orn?
Yes. Both possess old, wise souls. One must leave the waking world and remain with us, to guide the tribe down the river called Rebirth. Without their strength, we will surely be swept away. Speak with them. You will see they do not fear this task.
Leave the waking world, does that mean they'll die?
Only a soul unfettered from the body can guide us. What you call death, we call change. There is no death in the Hist. All bodies pass to the mud, but the soul lives on. We rise and fall like the sun, gone for a time, but always soon to return.
I'll never see them again, will I?
Difficult to say. There may come a day when you lock eyes with a hatchling listening to the wind, or chasing a gecko through the reeds. If that moment comes, though your minds may wander, your souls will know a joyful reunion. Trust in the Hist.
Couldn't I guide the tribe? Why does it have to be Zukas or Jacek Orn?
You have many more souls to save, Rootmender. Many battles to fight. Just as you were born to aid them, Zukas and Jacek Orn were born to save us. Guided through life in preparation for this moment. Your heroism made this possible.
We met before in the Dreamwell, right?
Yes. In an old time, and not long ago, all at once. You fought alongside the tribe, deep beneath our sacred Hist. I long to see it again.
Your Hist looks old and barren. Will releasing you from the remnant bring it back to life?
Yes. Our Hist pours its intention into the remnant. When we leave and awaken to our new life, the Hist will wake too, ready to guide a new and vibrant tribe. So, you see, you do more than just save an old tribe. You make way for a new one.
Right, let's talk to the two of them. Jacek Orn?
I fill my lungs. I always imagined I would fall in a spray of curses and blood. But I see now that my passing will be unlike any dead water warrior before me. Quiet, but glorious all the same. I was born to die for my people. The duty is mine.
You're confident you can ferry the entire tribe to the next life?
I nod my head. Leadership in war is no different than leadership in peace. These souls may be disoriented, but deep down they wish to make the journey. Sojay and I will... Oh, I suppose Sojay will stay behind. I had not considered that.
The weapon, but not the soul, right?
You are right. My egg brother waits for me somewhere in the world. On the other side of this journey. A comforting thought. I could not follow you into battle against Cassandra. Let me do this now. I will see these souls to the Hist.
I need to think about this.
Zukas will try to take this burden on himself. But his tribe, all of Murkmire, would mourn him. And many long years may pass before he returns. The marsh would grow darker without him. If I pass, my people will not mourn. And neither should you.
Okay. She's making a strong argument in her favor. Zukas?
So, one of us must remain here to guide these souls to rebirth? Well, my soul has made this journey countless times before. I will probably only have to ask the Hist for directions once or twice. I joke, of course. I would do this thing gladly.
Is there really no other way?
You ask me whether the words of an ancient ghostly sap speaker inside a sacred Hist relic can be trusted? No. If there was any other way, she would have told us. I can feel these souls' confusion, their uncertainty. They definitely need my help.
You really feel that? You really feel ready for this?
Well, I could not have imagined I would pass on like this. And I am sad that I will not have an opportunity to say farewell to my tribe. But when the rains come, you can dance and drink your fill, or you can hide and go thirsty. I feel no fear.
Do you think Jaxic Warren would approve of your making the sacrifice?
Knowing what you know of Jaxic, what do you think? She will not be happy at first. Deadwater warriors dream of death, but in the end, she is a child of the Hist. She will see the wisdom in it. The world still needs wise warriors like Jaxic Orn.
All right, we have a choice. Zukas or Jaxic Orn, which one is going to die? I'm going to give anyone who's in the chat 2 minutes to decide if anyone who lives and who dies. If we don't get a answer, I will randomly decide via a dice roll. I'm getting the die ready just in case. If we roll even, it'll be Jaxic Orn. If it's odd, it'll be Zukas. So we'll give it just a couple of minutes. Let the fate decide. All right, we're rolling it. Okay, and the result is even. So Jaxic Orn, I'm sorry, but you're going to die.
The winds shift, and the deciding season is upon us, Rootmender. Who will lead our tribe out of the remnant?
Why is it up to me?
In good times, we glide across calm waters, guided by the Hist's will alone. But when the weather turns foul, we must act on our own. The most consequential moments rest at these crossroads of faith and choice. In this moment, the choice is yours.
Do you have any advice?
In choosing Zukas or Jaxigorn, you choose what virtues my tribe carries with it to the egg of their next life. What virtues do you hold in highest esteem? Do you favor temperance and cunning, or honesty and courage? Let that guide your judgment.
Courage. I think Jessica Orange should guide your tribe to the lives of courage and commitment.
Good. Nothing will prevent the tribe from feeling the Hist's embrace with Jaxigorn leading the way. While Zukas does not make the journey with us, he still has much to do. A new tribe will gather beneath our waking Hist. Zukas will lead them.
I will see that he does. What happens now?
You must leave this place. Lay our guide's body to rest near the roots of our Hist. Place the remnant there too. With the Hist's guidance, your companion will do the rest. You have my gratitude, Rootmender. You have proven yourself a true Argonian.
I'm a true Argonian.
Thank you, Rootmender. I swear on the sap, nothing will keep this tribe from reaching the next life.
Friend Jaxic,
My laughing spine quivers. Zukas has no words. Now I have seen everything. I will miss you, my friend.
Finally, she admits it. Too late.
I shake my head. You know I will return someday. For now, care for the tree, and guide the Saxhleel who gather there. As for you, Swordkin, fighting at your side has been the greatest honor a Khal could ask for. Thank you. And farewell.
Farewell, my friend. Back to Murkmire.
Easy now. You're all right. You haven't been out long.
What happened?
Oh, you'd know better than I. When the three of you touched the remnant, it was like you instantly fell asleep. Your eyes kept fluttering, like you were dreaming. Zukas woke up first. Very quiet. I figured I should watch over you until you did too.
What about Jessica Orn?
She was dreaming alongside the rest of you. Then her breathing slowed and she passed. Zukas told me not to panic, that this was her choice. Still, he seemed pretty distraught. What happened exactly?
She chose to stay behind so she could guide the tribe back to the Hist. She was happy.
Well, that's a comfort, I guess. Zukas said he had to prepare a ritual to release the souls from the remnant, I think. You should be there. He said to bring the remnant, but I think you should have the honor. Here. All the Argonians are gathering beneath the tree. You should take the remnant over. I don't think they can start the ritual without it.
Very well. I am Saxhleel, so that makes sense. Let's bring the history back to life. Chime maker. Tree minder. I saw Keshi. There's Keshi. Concordia.
It's so good to see you again, my friend. And Famia told me all about how vital you've been to the success of her latest expeditions. I knew that you and my sister would get along famously.
I didn't know Famia was her sister.
Hello, hello! So good to see you again. You must tell me all about your adventures alongside Famia. Were they exciting? Was there danger? I can't wait to hear every detail.
A villain defeated, a history renewed, a tribe reborn. This one will admit she is impressed. Do not let it go to your head, though. If there is one thing Zadaza can't stand, it is vanity.
Very well. Famia.
Welcome back from the dreaming, Biko. The ritual is prepared. All we need now is the remnant of Argon. I see you carry its weight with ease. You truly are a friend to the Hist. And to me.
Thank you, Zukas. The remnant is yours.
Jaxic leads these souls to rebirth, but there is much to do here in the waking world. I will form a new tribe under this tree. We will live with cleverness, yes, but strength also. One day, Jaxic will return. We will be here to welcome her home. Go now, Jaxic Orn, daughter and call of the Deadwater tribe. Guide these souls down the river called Rebirth. Lead them into the waiting arms of the Hist. Remember, Root brothers and Root sisters, this is not a ritual of death, but of change.
There go the souls.
This loss, but celebrate the soul's reunion with the Hist and all who have passed before.
They have returned to the
Bid them
Hist.
safe journey with song and dance and frills of joy. Let them know as they pass on that we are the Root Whisper tribe, and in this place they will always find a home.
With that, I take my leave. There's one more thing to do, and then I'm going to call the stream to an end. So one more quest, and we will go ahead and end off. Somewhere out here in the swamps. I always forget exactly where the quest tick-off point is. Hold on, let me double check. I cannot find. Okay, she's southeast of the ruined guardhouse, so south and east is okay. Roughly over this way. There she is.
Search with your toes, Stibbins. Your toes.
Hey, Lady Laurent, what are you doing to Stibbins?
I remember you. As I recall, you were somewhat helpful the last time my manservant got into a spot of trouble. I won't turn away good fortune. You know how useless Stibbins can be when it comes to recovering historic artifacts.
What are you looking for?
An antique Argonian renewal charm. Without one, they'll never let me observe the ritual of renewal. And that's the whole reason I came to this backwater in the first place. Now if only Stibbins would stop playing in the mud and find the damn thing.
What do you think you'll... why do you think you'll find this charm in the mud?
I'll have you know, I paid a lot for that information. But Stibbins is exceedingly slow and requires constant supervision. Why, I can't even spare a moment to look for the hand mirror he lost. Would you mind ever so much finding it for me, please?
I'll find your hand mirror.
That hand mirror is a family heirloom. I can't bear the thought of never seeing it again. Oh, in the meantime, I need to keep prodding my manservant. If I give Stibbins even a moment's reprieve, he'll find a way to laze about. He's ever so good at that.
What's Stibbins doing in the mud again?
He'd have me believe he's doing his job. But I suspect he's using the opportunity to daydream and dawdle. Stibbins probably determined that the charm wasn't down there fairly quickly. Then he decided to relax with a soak in the mud.
While you're poking him with your staff, what's the ritual of renewal?
I believe it has something to do with Argonian mating habits, but I'm not quite sure. Hence my desire to observe the annual ritual. I have a keen interest in the romantic tendencies of different cultures. Purely on an academic level, you understand.
What brings you to Merkmire, Lady Laurent?
Oh, I've been researching the mating habits of the indigenous races. Fascinating stuff. I plan to write a book. A reference to an Argonian ritual of renewal I came across intrigued me, but the details were vague. So we traveled here to investigate.
But the last time I saw you, Stibbins wasn't doing so well.
Why, whatever do you mean? I'm quite sure that if anything untoward happened to my manservant, I'd be the first to know. Besides, Stibbins may seem frail and sluggish, but I have no idea where I was going with that line of reasoning.
Lady Laurent's hand mirror.
Help! I say help! Stibbins has gotten himself stuck fast.
Help! Stibbins.
Much thanks. That wasn't as pleasant as you might expect.
A less famous treasure hunter might think the Argonians wanted to foil her efforts to locate a renewal charm. But Lady Laurent is not so easily deterred. We can find one of those charms, even if Stibbins has to search the entire swamp.
Why are you so intent on finding a renewal charm?
It's used in the mysterious ritual of renewal that one particular tribe of Argonians conducts on an annual basis. Carved from the living root of their history, or so I've been led to believe. They won't let an outsider attend the rite without one.
And what happens at the rite of renewal?
That's hard to say. Mostly because no one will give me a definitive answer. As far as I can tell, it's somehow connected to the tribe's breeding practices. The closest I got was when many whispers offered to point me towards a charm. For a price.
A price?
Gold. An obscene amount, truth be told. Look, Stibbins is reliable, but he has his failings. So many failings. Will you accompany him to many whispers in the Swallowed Grove? Help him confront the lying Argonian and get me one of those charms?
I'll accompany Stibbins to the Swallowed Grove.
After you and Stibbins confront many whispers, meet me at the Lodge of Renewal.
It's north of the Bright Throat village, out in the middle of nowhere. Come to think of it, everything out here is in the middle of nowhere. But I'm sure you'll find it.
Tell me more about Many Whispers.
He's an Argonian, a scout of some kind. Knows the swamp like a bear knows honey. Many Whispers was willing to talk to me when so many of his fellows wouldn't give me the time of day. I'm not sure Argonians can tell time, but you get my point.
Man, you were just laying on the insults to the Argonians when you have an Argonian standing right in front of you. If his first tip didn't pan out, why go back to him?
I gave him a small fortune in gold. He may have sent us here in good faith, or he may have tried to cheat me. I will not be fleeced. Besides, as far as I can tell, he is the best scout in the area. If there's a charm to be had, he'll know about it.
Yeah.
Get going, Stiffens, and do try to redeem yourself this time.
The problem is that you're constantly micromanaging Stiffens to the point where he can't redeem himself because he's always putting up with your nonsense. Ugh. Poor Stiffens. I don't know why he doesn't quit and look for new employment, but the thing is, a lot of the stuff that happens to him is actually her fault. Oh, Stiffens. To be fair, she does get him out of most of the situations, but she gets him into the situations more times than not.
Lady Laurent demands restitution, you jackanapes.
Jackanapes? You must have me confused with an Argonian of another tribe. Keep your voice low, or you'll awaken every skeleton in the grove. What are you doing down here, by the way? Oh, the dry-skinned shrew. Her manservant has been bending my frill in a most unpleasant manner. Understand, I pointed her toward one possible location. I never said she would definitely find a charm in that puddle of mud.
So you lied to her.
Lied? Oh, not in so many words, no. I sold her hope, which she seemed to desperately need at the time. Look, if she really wants a renewal charm, I just so happen to have one. Would you like to make a trade?
Why didn't you just sell the charm to Lady Laurent in the first place?
Well, let me think about that. If I had just sold her the charm up front, she never would have given me gold to point her toward the mud puddle, and then you wouldn't be here willing to negotiate another deal. Next question.
What do you want in trade for the renewal charm?
I need a key. A specific key, in fact. One that opens a hidden strongbox in Gideon. My associate, Mirdamir, has it. Unfortunately, he died. Down in this cave, to be precise. Find the key, bring it to me, and the renewal charm is yours.
I'm going to do this because Gideon is a location that's going to be in Blackwood, which is the next chapter coming out, so I'm actually going to do this.
Find my poor associate's dead body and get the key to his strongbox. I'll wait here and make sure the renewal charm Lady Laurent is so desperate to get her hands on remains safe and sound.
What's so special about a renewal charm?
Carved from Histwood, our tribe uses the charm to determine who can participate in our annual rite of renewal. I wish I could tell you more, but there are some secrets even I won't divulge. I hope you understand.
What brings you to this cavern full of undead creatures?
My poor associate, Mirdamir. He was like a rude brother to me. He came down here and got himself killed.
It's only fair that I claim his few worldly possessions. I just need to recover the key to his strongbox from his cold, dead body.
You are a sleazebag. You give us art. You're the reason that people don't trust us Argonians. You know, I'm actually surprised I haven't seen more racism against my character in Vardenfell so far. I mean, we've gotten several quests in, and I've not seen any Dark Elves getting like severely racist against the fact that I'm an Argonian, and typically used as a slave by the Dark Elves. I got the key. Let's get out of here. Hey, that's not fair. They all just I just fought my way through here. How are they already respawned? Come on, I'm getting tired of this.
The manservant isn't looking so well. I don't think the humidity of Murkmire agrees with him. But let's get down to business. Were you able to recover Miramir's key?
Here's the key. What about the charm?
Not to worry. A deal's a deal. Here's the renewal charm that the manservant's mistress has been so anxious to get her hands on. Now you can all stop pestering me. If you don't mind, I have a strong box to unlock.
I'll take the renewal charm to Lady Laurent. Oh, come on! Should've just fast traveled. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm tired of these fights. Yeah, and they were already hinting at Blackwood all the way back here. Like this came out in 2019, Q4 of 2019. This was before the Year of the Dragon and the Dark Heart of Skyrim, which means they were already dropping hints towards Blackwood all the way back here. I wonder if they had already had everything set up for Elsewhere and the Dark Heart of Skyrim at that point, and were already planning this chapter. Or this next chapter. It also makes me wonder how far into the story, like how much more stuff have they already got planned, how much stuff are they already dropping hints for?
No, it is not possible. You do not even possess a renewal charm.
My manservant will be along with one momentarily. Ah, look, here they come now.
Even so, no outsider has ever participated in our sacred rite.
You talk to her. Maybe she'll understand your less refined use of the language.
You are the outsider who brought light to the lost village. All of Murkmire owes you a debt of gratitude. I am surprised that you speak for the Loud Woman, but my answer remained the same. No Ogel has ever witnessed our sacred rite.
There must be a way for Lady Laurent and Stibbons to observe your renewal rite.
I suppose one outsider could be permitted to take part in the ritual of renewal. Of course, the preparations required are extensive.
What kind of preparations?
To prepare for the renewal rite, the Oos, one must align their three primal essences: blood, bile, and mind. With the renewal charm in hand, one must endure the bite of a hummerwing, drink the venom of a snake, and meditate beneath a waterfall.
And that would allow one to participate. And that would allow one of us to participate in the rite of renewal.
If an outsider were to do these things and demonstrate a true desire to learn more about our culture, I would not turn them away.
I'll inform Lady Laurent.
The rights of the Saxhleel, they are not meant to be shared with outsiders. I advise against riding this current, but I will honor our agreement. Once one of you fulfills the requirements of preparation, we will begin the ritual of renewal.
Can you tell me about the preparations? Oh no, we already did that. Can you tell me more about the ritual?
No, the ritual is sacred, and not something we discuss or talk about outside the confines of the Renewal Lodge. If you are the one to complete the preparations, you will learn about the ritual soon enough.
There must be something you can tell me about it.
The ritual embodies the concept of the Oos, the sacred mating practices of our tribe. Just as the plants and animals of the swamp renew their numbers with the turn of each new season, so too do we enter the lodge and renew our tribe.
I'm kind of hoping I'll get the chance to do this.
Make sure Stibbons aligns his bodily fluids just
Nope, it's gotta be
as the
Stibbons.
Argonian described. I want him to be totally ready for the renewal ritual.
Why not just attend the ritual yourself?
No, goodness, no. That wouldn't be proper. I need to maintain my objectivity. For my readers, you understand. Stibbons will prepare himself, attend the ritual, and tell me all about it. Then I will recount it in my book with scholarly detachment.
Well, I guess I don't get the chance to do this, even though I'm an Argonian, and I feel like this is something that I should have had the option to do, but oh well.
Stibbons, go with your friend and align your bodily fluids. I want you to attend the renewal rite in my place.
Feels like it probably would have been better, like, if we'd gotten the option to have done this as an Argonian, but oh well. Come here, Stibbins. I found the nest, but I need Stibbins. There you are.
That looks like a hummerwing hive. Could you give it a little kick? Gently.
That was a pretty gentle kick.
Well, that's bigger than I expected. Oh, one bite, I said. One bite.
Oops. Stibbins has really bad luck.
If I must drink the vile stuff, we'll need to find the den. Let's split up and look around.
No, there's one not far from here. Found it.
Ah, you located a snake den. Now, carefully, like milking a very small, elongated goat. Here goes nothing. Bottoms up.
You should have let me do this. Yep. Yep, not surprised. His body vomited up.
It's freezing under here. But I think I can feel my mind aligning quite nicely.
How long do you think you'll need to stay under here?
I don't exactly know. I can't feel my extremities, but I think I'll stay under for a few more moments.
Good luck. Hoping I at least get invited into the room because I am an Argonian. I guess we'll find out. Such beautiful fauna.
As you wish, milady.
My manservant did as you asked. Will you allow him to observe your ritual?
If you insist. Come, dry skin. Join us in the lodge.
Set the trap and let's go.
The ooze starts now. Breathe deep the arousing fumes. Take it all in. Let your aligned essences guide you. When you feel totally filled, relax your cloaca and let it all out.
I don't think I have a cloaca.
Don't have? Oh no. You must exit the lodge right now, dry skin.
I thought you were an
That was most peculiar.
And now he's an egg.
ritual without one disaster or another befalling him. Worse, he didn't even get a chance to tell me what happened inside the lodge before he changed.
What happened to Stibbins?
What happened to Stibbins? Why, the same thing that always happens. He ruined my latest undertaking by transforming into an egg. I'm sure this has something to do with the tribe's mating practices, but I can't for the life of me imagine how.
Is there any way to restore Stibbins to his usual self?
Turn him back? Yes, I suppose I'll need to work on that. Or not. Imagine what might hatch from such an egg. Or maybe I'll make an omelet. I'm particularly famished after all this work. Anyway, here you are. For your assistance. It's been a pleasure.
Very well, Lady Luck.
Despite his best efforts, Stibbins actually did something right. I have plenty of material for my book, including the first eyewitness account of an actual ovum transformation. Oh, but there's work to be done. What happens when you crack the shell?
Is that egg really Stibbins?
You saw what I saw. Of course, when it comes to the interplay of alchemical reagents and tribal magic, anything is possible. But for the purposes of my book, let's go with the transformation theory.
Can Stibbins be turned back into your manservant?
I certainly hope so. Who's going to prepare my supper and afternoon bath? Unless you'd be interested in... No, I suppose not. I'll contact my colleagues in the Mages Guild. I'm sure one of them can help me work this out.
Better do so before dinner time, otherwise you're in trouble. And that's where we're going to end off for today. I want to thank you very much for watching. If you did, I hope you enjoyed Overtime Part 2, and we'll be back Sunday for more of the regularly scheduled Vardenfell Morrowind DLC. I want to thank you very much for watching, and I hope to catch you next time. Goodbye.